Hi class, I am going over the complete research paper that you will be turning in next week, Saturday, which is 2 weeks from now. I'm going to go over just the basic requirements, but this week you'll be turning in section 1. There are 3 sections. So this week is section 1, due Friday, and then the other sections 2 and 3, you will be doing next week. So it's basically an essay a week. So for the complete research paper, don't get overwhelmed by all the requirements because you'll be doing it in sections. This section is all of it. It's going to be a 5 to 6 full pages to the bottom, not including your works cited. So you need to write 5 full pages minimum. You don't put spaces between them. So even though we're doing part of the essay this week and then the other 2 sections next week, when you put it together, it's going to be one full essay with no spaces, no separations of sections. It's going to be on the novel, The Graveyard Book, so you have to have that read and done by this week, Sunday. The essay must include all 3 sections to even be eligible for a grade. And have the research that I require. You must have a works cited page, otherwise it's plagiarized. So you need to have a works cited, and I will walk you through how to get all the sources. You have to do the work, the research, but I will show you how and I would go about it. The works cited is its own page. So you'll write 5 pages. So the works cited could be page 6 or 7, but it cannot be page 5 because 5 full pages to the bottom is your essay. The works cited must have a minimum of 5 sources in alphabetical order. You're going to have the novel, The Graveyard Book, 3 scholarly articles, and 1 novel review. Don't include more than 6 sources. So if you start your essay with a hook and you use an outside source, that's not one of the 5 sources. That's the last extra you can have, and you must put it in MLA format. We will be learning more about MLA format, but you have to use your handbook. Your handbook that you bought is necessary to learn how to do all the sources, and I use it to show you. The essay must include proper in-text citations. So not only will you have a works cited page with your 5 sources, but you will be using those 5 sources and you'll be citing them using in-text citations throughout the essay. The main one being The Graveyard Book. If you omit in-text citations, it's also plagiarism and you will get a 0 on the paper. You can't leave out research in a research paper. No plagiarism is allowed. That means you do not look at anything other than the sources you use that are allowed and your own knowledge of the novel, but you cannot use outside sources. When you turn it in, the sources show up in a percentage of what is used, and it lets me know what you used to write your paper. So be very careful. I will go over plagiarism to make sure that you understand what that is. After I grade sections, fix them, revise them. Revision is crucial in this because when you turn in the full paper all together, I look at that. I look at to see what revision and editing you did based on my feedback or feedback from your peers. Refer to the student samples. I give a student sample for each section, so make sure you read the student sample essays or essay as a guideline. That's an A paper to see what they did. Ignore their thesis because sometimes the thesis was the entire paper rather than just the section. Follow the section examples for thesis writing, but then when you redo the entire essay and turn it in, you'll have a similar thesis. Essay must show editing in all parts. That means if I mark a lot of grammar, or I say that you have to work on some of the grammar issues, go to the Learning Center and get help. Always read the student sample to get an idea of what the voice sounds like, third person. Always visit the Learning Center for tutoring, and contact me and schedule a Zoom conference where we can go over some aspects of your paper just to ensure that you're doing it correctly. Here is the assignment, each section 1, 2, and 3, as well as the point total for each section plus the paper as a whole. It's a huge portion of your grade, so you want to make sure that you are following each section. The next video I will do will be on section 1, which you'll be completing this week. This is the complete research essay. Again, don't get overwhelmed by reading it all and all that you have to do. Focus on one section at a time.